Chuck Norris's life is often defined by martial arts mastery and Hollywood stardom, but his story extends far beyond screens and accolades. True strength, as he demonstrates, is quiet, steadfast, and often unseen. It's the kind of strength that helps a person rise even when life seems determined to keep them down. From a childhood marked by hardship to moments of personal devotion, Norris embodies resilience and courage. His journey is a testament to the power of discipline, endurance, and love, showing that heroism is measured not by recognition, but by perseverance in the face of adversity. A childhood in shadows born Carlos Ray Norris in the small town of Ryan, Oklahoma, Chuck grew up in a home filled with tension and fear. His father, a military veteran, struggled with his own inner battles, turning anger toward the family. Poverty added another layer of strain, leaving a young Chuck in constant survival mode. Nights were tense and frightening, filled with shouting and slammed doors, forcing him to develop resilience early. In the quiet of his own mind, he learned to stay alert, careful, and watchful, building the foundation of a character that would one day rise far beyond the limitations of his early life. The light of a mother. Amid the turmoil, Wilma Norris provided a beacon of hope. Raising 3 boys alone, she endured hardships with courage, saving what little she could to provide safety and stability. Her prayers and steadfast care created a quiet sanctuary for Chuck, teaching him faith, patience, and perseverance. By 14, Chuck's fear began transforming into determination. A particularly violent encounter with his father forced him to act, protecting his mother despite his own trembling. In that moment, he silently vowed never to repeat the cycle of fear and anger. Wilma's strength became a blueprint for resilience, shaping the man Chuck would grow to be, leaving the past behind. At 16, Wilma made the courageous decision to relocate the family to California, leaving behind the destructive environment of Oklahoma. It wasn't a promise of happiness, but a chance at freedom and renewal. For Chuck, the move was transformative, a rebirth that offered a fresh start and a way to channel his inner strength. Though the scars of his early life remained, they became a source of motivation and resilience. The relocation marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, one that would challenge him emotionally and physically. His determination to rise above past struggles began to solidify into a lifelong drive. Discovering discipline in the Air Force. At 18, seeking structure and growth, Chuck joined the Air Force, finding discipline in a world far removed from the chaos of his youth. Military life offered a framework where he could rebuild both body and mind. Stationed in South Korea, he discovered martial arts, initially facing harsh training and repeated failures. Each stumble, however, became an opportunity to learn and grow, replacing fear with confidence. Martial arts soon became more than physical practice. It was therapy and self-mastery. Every kick, punch, and kata reinforced resilience, teaching him that perseverance, discipline, and focus were as crucial as any skill he could acquire. Returning home and building a future. After leaving the Air Force in 1962, Chuck returned to California carrying discipline, confidence, and a quiet resilience. With little more than determination and a small karate school, he began teaching others while refining his own abilities. The early days were lonely, often filled with only the sound of his footsteps across polished mats. But daily effort, consistency, and a steadfast focus drew students to him over time. By 1964, his attention shifted to testing his limits in competitions, where martial arts became a proving ground. Through perseverance and dedication, Chuck evolved from a shy, uncertain youth into a disciplined and relentless competitor, ready to embrace greater challenges. Finding recognition. Chuck's breakout role in 1978's Good Guys Wear Black marked the beginning of widespread recognition. And the 1980s brought iconic films like The Octagon, Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, Code of Silence, and The Delta Force, cementing his status as a cinematic icon. Fans admired not just his skill, but the values he represented: courage, loyalty, and integrity. Yet fame could not erase private struggles. Behind the action scenes and accolades were moments of grief and reflection, including the loss of his younger brother in Vietnam. Through these experiences, Chuck's resilience and ability to navigate personal hardship alongside professional achievement became evident. Personal loss and resilience. life's challenges continued beyond Hollywood. The death of his brother and the complexities of personal relationships shaped Chuck's understanding of love and endurance. His first marriage to Diane Holchek endured for decades, but eventually ended under the pressures of fame and travel. Later, he discovered a daughter he had not known, born during his military service, bringing both regret and the opportunity for reconciliation. These experiences reinforced lessons of patience, forgiveness, and compassion. Chuck's life demonstrates that resilience extends beyond physical strength. It encompasses emotional endurance, the ability to reconcile with the past, and the quiet courage to embrace new beginnings. Love and new beginnings. In 1998, Chuck married Gina O'Kelly, a stabilizing and supportive presence in his life. Together, they created a home filled with warmth and laughter. The arrival of twins Dakota and Dan Lee in 2001 transformed their Texas ranch into a vibrant family life. Chuck shifted focus from career to family, finding fulfillment in love, nurture, and protection. The man who once fought to survive now dedicated himself to sustaining life and happiness. This chapter reflects his growth from personal struggle to emotional resilience, showing that true strength lies not only in combat or achievement, but also in devotion to loved ones and the quiet joys of everyday life. Trials and devotion. Life continued to test Chuck's endurance. In 2013, Gina faced a serious medical crisis, escalating into a life-threatening situation. Chuck devoted himself entirely to her care, traveling, researching treatments, and remaining steadfast by her side. Fame, fortune, and accolades held little importance compared to preserving the life and well-being of the woman he loved. This ordeal exemplifies a different kind of strength, unheralded, patient, and unwavering. His response demonstrated that true courage and resilience extend beyond physical feats. Devotion, empathy, and the willingness to confront uncertainty for others reveal a depth of character that surpasses even the most public displays of skill. Strength. Beyond the screen. Chuck Norris's life teaches that strength is more than titles, medals, or physical prowess. It is resilience in the face of fear, discipline amid chaos, and the capacity to love and protect, even when circumstances are daunting. From a small Oklahoma home to Hollywood stages and a Texas ranch, his journey embodies a quiet heroism built on perseverance, humility, and integrity. Each challenge, childhood hardship, loss, personal trials, shaped him. His story demonstrates that real heroism is measured by endurance, inner growth, and the impact of one's values on others rather than external recognition or temporary fame. A life of discipline and legacy. Throughout his life, Chuck remained committed to principles of discipline, hard work, and respect for others. Martial arts were more than a career, they were a philosophy for navigating life's challenges. Beyond films and championships, his legacy lies in teaching, mentoring, and demonstrating integrity. Each action, sacrifice, and decision reinforced his message that strength is internal, cultivated through persistence and moral courage. Chuck's influence resonates beyond entertainment, offering lessons about resilience, self-mastery, and the power of character. His life is a guidepost, reminding others that enduring challenges with grace and discipline defines lasting achievement. Reflection and inspiration. Chuck Norris's story is a meditation on human resilience. Childhood scars, losses, setbacks, and personal hardships do not define limits. They cultivate strength. His journey inspires patience, persistence, and courage in the pursuit of personal growth and love. Beyond the public persona and screen presence lies a man shaped by adversity, one who emerged not unbroken but unbowed. His life shows that enduring challenges, nurturing relationships, and living with integrity are markers of true heroism. For anyone facing fear or uncertainty, Chuck's path provides a model of quiet determination and the profound power of the human spirit. Conclusion. Enduring legacy. From Ryan, Oklahoma to Hollywood and the quiet moments on his Texas ranch, Chuck Norris exemplifies courage, discipline, and devotion. His life demonstrates that true heroism comes from perseverance, resilience, and love, not fame or recognition. Each challenge he faced, from childhood struggles to personal loss, shaped a man whose story offers lessons about enduring adversity with integrity. Through martial arts, family, and devotion to others, he embodies the quiet, steadfast strength that defines a life well lived. His legacy is timeless: courage, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit.